What are your thoughts this year about the Bucs? I mean, obviously we know we got a situation here with the first 3 games, and you know we don't have our starting quarterback. But overall, I'm sure you've watched enough, been on the field during training camp and whatnot, seen preseason. What's your outlook for the Bucs this year?
You know, obviously get into the predictions, and I think, you know, the team will probably perform better early than what people realize, even despite a tough schedule.
Sure.
The one concern I do have is the D-line injuries.
Yep.
Where going into coming out of the off season, that was the strength of the team going into the camp.
Right.
Was the defensive linemen, and for the first time, everyone felt they had quality depth.
Yeah.
On the D-line where they can play 8-9 deep, where before they were maybe in a 5-6 man rotation. Now you're getting a 7-8 man rotation. That's a big difference.
Sure it is.
So I, you know, concerned of how they're going to respond to it. I still see them, you know, being at least a 9-win team.
Okay.
Despite being in this division, and now that puts them in. You know, last year I was bold. They 12-4. We second round of playoffs.
Yeah.
Well, despite some early stuff now, is more realistic for me to see them in more of a 9-10.
Okay.
But yet still competing for a playoff spot.
Okay.
And I think the team will perform well going in. Now, obviously, some younger guys now in their 3rd year.
Right.
It's critical for them. They have to perform. And you're looking at those guys primarily on defense.
Yep.
Okay, where are they going to show that they've figured it out now and they've gotten it?
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a concern of mine. And I think the defense will be better than they were. Now, offensively, okay, Jameis not going to be here. Ryan has thus far stepped in and done a very adequate job at the quarterback position. But Greg, until we're able to figure out how we're going to run the football, gentlemen.
Yeah, man.
It's going to be.
He won a championship.
It's going to be very long in answering that question.
I think Barber's going to be all right, though.
I do too. I like Peyton Barber.
Yeah, but again,
he needs some holes to run through.
If Peyton is an every down back that say, look, I want to load for 25, 30 attempts a game. Now, he hadn't been put in this position thus far in his career at all again, so that's a two-way situation where he hadn't been put in it, and second, he hadn't won the job to be put in that position. But I'm anxious to see how does Coach Cutter call the offense if the running game gets going.
Gotcha.
Is he patient enough to stay with it and still let it dictate? Yes. Or, you know, is it going to be passing to set up the run? You know, that's just one of those things I don't know. But I'm still bullish on the Bucs. If I had to give them a win total, right now I'd give them 10.
All right. Okay, I like that.
Good prediction.
Real quick, got some rapid fire questions for you real fast here before we get you out. So instead of the ESPYs, we're going to do the Brooksies.
Welcome to the Brooksy.
So why don't you think back to your playing days, teammates, here we go. Teammates are getting awards here.
Gotcha.
Teammate that you would want to bring in a dark alley late at night with you.
Dark alley, late at night.
Who's the one teammate that you want by your side?
I would say All-Star.
Yeah, the A-Train.
Okay.
Trucking dudes. Okay.
Teammate who was best dressed.
Besides yourself.
Best dress. Who always thought he was. I'll say Brian Kelly. He thought he was always, you know,
I love how you say he thought. He thought.
Brian Kelly always thought he was a trendsetter.
Okay.
I'll say
teammate that was the best dancer.
Best dancer.
Especially on Fridays.
In his own mind, I'll say Simeon Rice.
Okay. Lanky.
Teammate who would have been the class clown.
Oh, Sap.
Of course.
Put a jersey on.
Put a jersey on.
And most embarrassing moment that happened to you while you were playing?
Most embarrassing moment.
Something that sticks out in your mind.
Oh.
Like you ever duke your pants right before a game? Thought you had to fart or something?
It was what? It wasn't. It was embarrassing. But man, it was doing a game, doing a timeout on the field. Man, I really had to go to the bathroom.
Right.
I really had to use.
No, this is good. No, like we were always curious about this stuff.
No, doing the game. You're drinking those fluids.
No, I get it. You gotta go.
You know. I would say this, when you see guys kind of huddled up right the center and there's a drain right there on the Buccaneers sideline,
no.
I'm not saying what happened. I'm just
You're just hinting. That's awesome.
I called a timeout.
You did?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
You burned a timeout?
Act like I was hurt.
Okay. Yeah.
Just to go to the
Did they come over to you like, yo, Derrick?
They say,
He's
what
like,
is wrong? I say, man, I need to go inside. I think my leg.
Okay.
So the trainer, I'm limping fast, but I'm limping fast to get in the locker room. So I go in, go take care of my business, go do the number one and come on back out like, so we thought you was hurt. I said, I'm fine now, man. I'm fine now.
Stretched it out.
The commentators are like, oh, no, Brooks is hurt.
Oh,
He's
no,
off.
and Brooks goes to the locker room. It was great.
Oh, man. Little did they know.
Who burned the timeout? Your coach is screaming.
Yeah.
Wow.
Too
So I
funny.
called and said, why'd you call timeout? I was like, I didn't get the call, coach. Now my leg is hurting.
I was cramping. It was hot.
Bonnie Kip is looking at me like, what?
Yeah. Sorry, Coach.
Well, it's funny you say that because I used to coach junior league football, and it was funny that one time we were in the playoff game, and this kid, it's like 2 minutes left in the half, and the kid, I go out to the huddle. These kids are like 10 years old, 9 years old, and the kid's doing the pee-pee dance in the huddle. And he's like, he was my starting safety, and I was a defense coordinator. He's like, Coach, I gotta go to the bathroom really bad. And I go, you only got, his name was Floyd. I go, you only got 2 minutes left. I said, then you can go or whatever. And I was like, if you can't hold it, I said, just go. And he goes, just go? Like, he looks at me, like, this is, I'm supposed to be like, kids are looking up to
shoot water on his pants or something, nigga?
So sure enough, he wet his pants, and from there on out, they called him PP Floyd. That was his nickname the rest of the season.
Great, Ed. Now he's got a complex.
He's scarred for life.
Great, Ed.
Old PP.
Old PP Floyd.
Oh my God! You
Sorry,
just squirted the water on his pants.
His mom was yellow Gatorade, so
His mom's like, now Coach Ed, why you tell my son to go in his pants?
All right. Here's the deal. If you like the video, if you like any of our videos, even if you don't like our videos, go ahead and subscribe on YouTube right now. Go ahead and like us on Facebook. Follow us anywhere else we're on social media. And good day. Subscribe and like.
Derrick, we've been through this several times. Let's try this again. What's your favorite podcast?
3 dads in the minivan.
One more time, a little bit louder, please.
What did I say, man? 3 dads in his minivan.
There it is.
Thank you. There we go.
Jeez.